What's up,
Hello,
Dance
and welcome to another episode.
Yes, so we are back with another video.
Another one.
So we thought it would be a really good idea.
We didn't think this.
Okay, I thought
There we
it
go.
was going to be a really good idea for us to talk about gender roles in the relationship.
Uh-huh.
Do you believe in them? Do you not?
We
Is
gonna
it
find
equal?
out.
Discriminate between sins and saints. And we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry, we break, we make our mistakes. If there's a reason, I'm by her side. So many try, I'm willing to wait for it.
And this is
The Gaines family. I like that. Nope. Go ahead.
This is the game family.
The Gaines family.
Are there gender roles? Do you believe in gender roles?
1 second. Tacos is busting. Me personally, I was raised with gender roles. Do I believe in them? Sure. Everybody has things that they take from their parents. And for me, gender roles would be one. Speaking on like the woman does the cooking, the cleaning, taking care of the kids. The husband takes out the trash, fixes the stuff around the house, does the car stuff. Do I believe in that? Yeah. Do we live in 2019? Yeah. Do I feel like there's compromise in the situation? Sure. But essentially my core, I believe in gender roles. Just because that's how I was raised, that's what I saw. So because I saw it, that's how I applied to my relationship. But we tend to switch things up here and there, time to time. So about gender roles.
So, I'm like 50-50. I believe in them, and then some things I don't. So there's certain things that I believe in, certain things that I don't. And
What?
What?
like, I believe if you are a stay-at-home mom, gender roles is for real. Like, you need to cook, you need to clean, you need to take care of the kids. Like, that I understand.
But it's 2019. What about stay-at-home dad?
Same thing.
Nah.
Same thing.
You a stay-at-home dad? No.
Now, for me, personally, because I work, I'm a little...
Do you though? Cool. Go ahead. You a little what? I'm listening.
So I don't work. So I don't put in over 80 hours a week.
Not that I know of.
I don't. Okay.
I don't know. I don't check your time sheets.
Here's my thing. Like, I feel like if I'm working, things are equal up in this mother effer. And let me tell you why. Because if I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm taking care of all the regular chores, I guess you can say. And I'm also dealing with the kids, making sure that they're good. And then I'm also working a full-time job. So my job, as I stated before in previous videos, is mentally draining. It's a lot. And for me, it's important that you help me. And this goes with the whole sex and everything else. It is important that we equally balance each other, because if not, somebody is going to have less energy, somebody is going to have more stress, somebody is going to be more angry, somebody's going to be more happy than the other one, because more stuff is put on one person. So I feel like if you're working and one person's at home not working, I can understand cooking, cleaning, and everything else. Now, granted, I do that anyways. Adam would never have to ask me, go cook or go
That's not
do
true.
certain things.
That's not true.
Oh, that's not true.
I ask you to cook all the time.
Okay, he'll tell me what he wants to eat for dinner, but he knows I'm going to. Adam does work a physical job, and I work a mental job. So it is very different, but my job's not ending when I get off. His does. He's not in the kitchen cooking. He's not in the kids' room cleaning. He's not doing any of that.
Pause. Did you just say that when I get off, my job is done?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure when I get off work, I work a whole nother job. Pretty sure.
So
Oh,
That is
for
work.
those who don't know, I'm a mechanic, Smooth Mechanics,
Right.
Lucky boy. But yeah, when I get off work, I go to work. But continue, carry on.
What I'm saying is when he gets home from work, that's any work. It doesn't matter what the heck it is. If you're working, you're working. It's called work, right? Is it not? Side hustle, work. It's work. So
Is
when you come home and I'm cooking and I'm cleaning and I'm chasing after the kids and I'm trying to do my best and I'm thirsty, can you give me a drink? Or, oh, this. And I'm making sure, can you make my plate? Can you do this? Granted, most of the time, I'm good with it because I enjoy that. I enjoy taking care of them. I enjoy being a mother and doing things. And then there's some times where I just feel like I am mentally at my breaking point and I can't do it. And sometimes I feel like he doesn't understand, and it just makes me just feel like I just don't know what to do, because I can ask him, can you please do this? And he'll be like, oh yeah, I'll do it. But that doesn't mean he'll do it.
But I be meaning to do it. My intention be to do it.
But he doesn't do it.
But my intention is there. But I might be doing something else, and I might be sidetracked, and then it might not get done. So that does happen.
So
But I do be intending to do it. It's not like I'd be like,
and
oh,
you can
yeah.
have the intent, but there's like no back, like, babe, I forgot to do it. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I give you my word. I apologize I didn't do it today. I know you're stressed. I know that you work too. I'm not saying you don't matter. I'm not saying that you're my maid or you're my cook.
But I don't know you're stressed. Do you vocalize that?
I very much do.
No, you don't. Not on rough days. You very much do not.
Pretty sure.
You see how quiet she just got? You see?
No.
It's calmed down real quick.
Okay. I don't always vocalize.
Oh.
I don't always vocalize.
Well, tell the people then.
I don't always vocalize.
But you assume I'm supposed to know.
But
You want me to guess? Why do women do that? Y'all always want men to guess. We don't know what's going on in y'all
But
brain.
here's the thing.
Nah. We've been through this over and over since the dawn of time. We don't know what y'all thinking. We don't. If you don't physically tell us how you feel, we won't know. If you want the dishes done, say you want the dishes done. Don't sit on the couch, put the dishes in the sink, because I'm going to sit on the couch with you. Let me finish. You assuming that I'm going to get up and take the initiative to do these dishes. Nah, you want me to do the dishes? Tell me to do the dishes. Vocalize what you want. Because if you don't, guess what? It's not going to get done. If you're having an issue, vocalize it. If you're stressed out, be vocal about it. Because we're not mind readers. We can't read your thoughts. Granted, again, women be like, oh, well, we've been together so long, blah, 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 blah. I get it. We can't read your minds. We don't pick up on everything, especially when our jobs as the provider, we thinking about, okay, cool, I got this bill paid, I got to get these bills paid, I still got to hustle and do this. It happens. Stuff gets lost in translation. If you don't tell us what you want, we won't know, period. Just like they say, oh, speak into existence what you want to the Lord, guess what? Speak into existence what you want us to do, otherwise it ain't going to get done. Now you can proceed.
now that he is finished, let's go to Tay's side. Okay? I get it. Men, sometimes they are just stuck in this place where they're like all over the place. I get that, you know? At the same time, I'm tired of that same bull crap excuse. I didn't know. If I'm over here and I told you today was so tough, the boys are screaming.
But what if you did?
Hold on, let me finish. I literally look like I'm about to break down and freaking go in a corner somewhere. Cooking, cleaning, doing a whole bunch of stuff. And knowing your spouse is so important because you've seen them at their worst, at their best, when they're stressed, when they're happy, when they're sad. You see all those things when you live with somebody. So it's so hard for me to believe that every time I have to vocalize something needs to be done and I need help. This is the reason why. You walk into the house. This is just a picturing it, right? So you walk into a house, and let's say you're the male. You see stuff cooking on the stove. You hear kids in the bath. You see a mop, a broom, and a vacuum out. You see that the kids made a huge mess in the living room. You're telling me that you're gonna go say hi to that spouse, say hi to your kids, and then go sit your ass on the couch?
Yes.
There is no way. I feel like that's just a lazy way of saying, I don't want to do this bullshit just like she doesn't want to do it, so I'm going to go sit down. That's how I feel sometimes. Granted, not all the time. There's times where I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. He's coming in at 9 o'clock at night, and I know he's tired. I get it. I understand that. But then there's other times where I'm like, you can't see your atmosphere. You don't know your surroundings. You can't see that things need to be done. The floor needs to be mopped. Things need to be
This is why we're having this topic, gender roles. As I was raised, this is what I saw. So this is what I feel is okay. After I done worked a hard day, I come in and sit down, don't do nothing. In my mind, it is a woman's job to cook, to clean, to take care of these kids. It is my job to do the trash, pay the bills, fix the house stuff. Does that make it right? No. But that's how I think.
I agree that stuff, but there's times where it's really hard, and you guys can see it and you know it, and you can't even be like, let me take the kids. I'm gonna go with the kids and I'm gonna do some dad time or some mom time. There's some dads that are like, well, shit, bitch, can you help? Sorry for my language, but there's some dads that are like that too. Like, you come in and you think just because you have a job and the other person has a job too but gets home before you, that you can just disregard their feelings and how they feel and how they are mentally. You can't do that. So you have to really look at your spouse and be like, let me look at it. The house is clean, everything's cooked. Well, I don't gotta do anything. That I understand. You look at the floor, it's dirty. You look at the living room, it's dirty. You look in the kitchen, it's dirty. You look at food still needing to be done. You look at the kids in the bath naked running around, and she or he's running around with them trying to get them. You see all these things, and you're telling me that you think it is okay to sit down and to be chilling. And
again, I stand. Yes, I stand on my point. And I'm not changing it.
And not even take a moment to be like, damn, my husband or my wife, my girlfriend, my fiance, my whoever is really going through it today. Like, damn, her hair is crazy. His hair looks crazy. Or they're in the same clothes that they were when they woke up. Or they literally have been complaining all day that they have a headache and that it's been tough at work. And then you see all that stuff going on at home. For me, if I was a man, I would literally be like, let me take the kids for you and go do this.
Let me cut you off right now. No woman can say what she would do as a man because she's not a man, so she can't say what she would do as a man. People always say, oh, if I was this, no, you wouldn't, because you wouldn't have the same mindset. You wouldn't have the same upbringing. So stop. No, you wouldn't. Continue.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
But anyways, I'm not a man, so I may be wrong. I may be like, okay, maybe I'll think the same way. But someone that has decency, in my eyes, would be like, let me make sure that they're okay. Or even be like,
I'm sure these people exist. I'm sure they exist.
They do.
I'm sure they do.
They do. Y'all, they do.
Just not up in here.
So it's one of those things where it can be a struggle.
It's a working process, you guys. Everybody has their struggles.
Stop, Noah. It can be a super, super struggle because all you want is to work together. But sometimes other people do not work well together. And then there's somewhere they're lagging a little bit in certain places. Like, I feel like Adam could definitely help more. Or I also feel like if you say you're the provider and everything else, cool, but also don't shove it in my face when you do something. Just do it. Just be like, hey, I'm off the floor for you. Cool. Move on today. Don't be like, waiting for me to be like, oh, she
No,
gonna give me
no,
something.
no, no. I
She
need
gonna give me
I need
something?
brownie points. You told me to mop the floor. Hey. You see that? You see that flow? Ooh, it's shiny. Ooh. You can eat off of it. Yeah. I need my brownie points.
So I think it would be really cool to have the spouse or the significant other and realize if they're having a hard day or if they're maybe having a hard week, and you've seen this progress to where maybe their mood changes. There's signs. Like, you can't ignore someone that has attitude or someone who's not talking or
Sure,
someone
you
who's
can.
not
If she got
smiling.
attitude, she might just need some food or some dick. Those cure like 90% of it.
Okay, so again, so acknowledgement is key. Sit them down and be like, listen, real talk, I feel like you've had a hard week. I've heard you talk about work. I've seen you take care of these kids. Or if you don't have kids, I've seen you take care of the animals, whatever you got. I've seen you take care of the house. You've cooked, you cleaned. And I just want to say that I acknowledge you and I love you and I appreciate you. Don't ever think I'm taking you for granted. And let me know if you need anything. Those little words, even if she or he is like, I'm not going to ask you still, but that makes you feel like, well, damn, that makes me feel good because I don't feel belittled or I don't feel like I'm getting taken advantage of or I don't feel like a maid or a cook. I feel like I am in a relationship and I'm just doing my part for right now.
Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube page. This video is going to take forever to make because we're never going to see each other eye to eye because there's always two sides to the coin. And some things you just have to agree to disagree on. That's just how I feel about it. Tay, as you see, she has a whole story ready to go.
No, I don't
But
have a story.
we ain't got time for that.
I don't got a story.
So, yeah.
I just
No. You just said it's going to be a part 2. We don't need to hear nothing else.
Can I finish
Close
what you
it.
said?
Part 2 coming. That's it. Yeah.